Hello, this is Heather Hoffman, and I'm here today to share another card using the July 2020 Kit of the Month from Unity Stamp Company. Kind of a fun technique to add some glitter and shine and texture to these fun sunglasses images that are part of the kit. So I have my image and sentiment already pre-stamped on a panel of white cardstock, and I'm going to use just kind of a fun die cut shape to add a little bit of dimension to the card that I'm creating as well. These are some Simon Says Stamp stitched square dies, and I'm going to use both sides of what I've cut out. And this is kind of fun because these dies have the stitching on there also for a little additional texture. All right, pattern paper I'm using is two different Memory Box 6x6 pattern paper pads. I'm using kind of a fun floral one on the background and then a simpler dotted one to kind of create a little bit of a stripe, kind of weaving between the layers. I'll get to that in a little bit here, but for now I'm going to do some really simple coloring on these glasses. I'm just using only 3 Copic colors, kind of an orangey red and then a deeper orange color to add a little bit of shading. And then once I finish adding that shading, I'm going to come in with my soft blue and color over the glasses, just kind of the glass part, just to tint that a little bit. The 3 colors I'm using is R17, YR18, and BG10. All right, now that I have that color on there, the inside part there, kind of behind the lenses, I'm using a glitter gloss pen. This is a Nuvo one. And you'll see a little later why I did this, but I wanted a little bit of sparkle on that back part, but without a layer of dimension or texture or anything. So I did that. It shows a little more in real life than it does in the photos, but it kind of adds a little bit of a realism to it as well. All right, then I went ahead and adhered that frame down first. I was trying to decide how I wanted to tuck that top layer. At first I was going to tuck it behind that white frame. In the end, I decided just to do it over the top instead. My strip is wider than my card front, so I just adhered it on and used my paper trimmer. I could have trimmed it down first and then adhered it on, and it would have been perfectly sized, but sometimes you don't always think of that at the time, so I just kind of went for it. All right, and then I'm adhering that square over the top with a little foam adhesive, and I don't know if you can kind of see there, it allows you to see the pattern paper underneath as well. All right, now to add the little bit of glitter and shine, I'm using some Nuvo. These are just glitter drops. This is Blizzard is the color. They're just basically a clear and transparent glittery bit that I'm just placing over the outer frames of those sunglasses. So I'm not putting it on the red part that's behind the lens. And if you miss a little bit like I kind of did there, went out of the lines, I just used my fingernail to kind of scrape it off real quick while it was still wet. So I'm going to put that all the way on, and then once I've got it well coated, I'm going to set it aside to dry really nice and thoroughly. And that's going to dry like that, all clear and sparkly and just kind of fun and dimensional. Now I'm going to flood the inside where those lenses are with glossy accents. You might have noticed by now I really love glossy accents and all the dimension and shine it adds. And it was perfect for these glasses image. It just adds a little extra touch of realism. So I'm putting a really good, heavy, decent coat. You could always do a thinner coat and come back later, but I've had good luck with a fairly decent and heavy coat. All right. I am going to let that dry, but while it was still wet, I decided to go ahead and add just a few little sparkly jewels here that coordinated with it. These are Pretty Pink Posh raspberry jewels. I just love that bright pop of color, and it just added the perfect additional little touch of sparkle that kind of coordinates well with all the shine and gloss we've got on here. All right, I'm going to leave that. I actually left that overnight to dry, and look at how fun and shiny and sparkly it is in real life. Super dimensional, super fun, but also not a ton of layers either. All right, thanks so much for coming by today. Hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful day.